Welcome to The Explainer. If you're the kind of person who just absolutely loves uncovering the hidden structures of the world and, especially the inner workings of your own mind, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're unpacking some truly fascinating biological machinery that's operating right behind the scenes of our daily routines. We're looking at a concept that totally redefines how we understand our own cognitive functionality. It's all about the power of the automatic brain. Let's get into it.
Section 1. Are you on autopilot? Control versus habit.
So I want to ask you this directly, and I really want you to take a second to think about it. Are you truly in control of your day? Like, do you genuinely feel you're consciously deciding every single action you take from the moment you wake up in the morning to the second your head hits the pillow at night? Because, well, we usually navigate our lives assuming we're the active directors of every little movement and choice, right? But the research we're looking at today tells a completely different story. Okay, let's dive into this. The data reveals a pretty staggering reality. Sure, about 60% of our actions stem from conscious choice, but a massive 40% of our daily activity, that is driven entirely by habitual autopilot. A huge, just gigantic portion of our human activity is driven by pure routine, not deliberate thought. You actually aren't actively steering the ship nearly as much as you probably think you are. 40%, literally almost half of your daily actions are just unconscious habits. Think about it. Think about how you brush your teeth or how you instinctively reach over to check your phone first thing. You aren't sitting there weighing the pros and cons of doing those things, right? You definitely aren't mapping out the complex motor functions required to execute them. Your brain has simply taken these repeated, super familiar actions and moved them entirely onto autopilot.
Section 2. Conserving energy. Metabolic efficiency.
Now, you might be wondering, why on earth does our brain do this? Well, this habitual autopilot is not some weird glitch in your system, and it certainly isn't a sign of laziness. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a brilliant evolutionary design known as metabolic efficiency. Your brain deliberately automates repetitive tasks for one huge primary reason: to conserve vital energy. Evolution basically prioritized efficiency above almost everything else. So by shifting familiar actions out of your active consciousness and into this subconscious state, your biological mechanism is fiercely, and I mean fiercely, protecting your energy reserves. Section 3. Habits versus choices. The daily trade-off. And this brilliantly illustrates the trade-off that literally dictates our daily functioning. On the one hand, your subconscious state handles those familiar actions, like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. By offloading these routines, your brain retains vital resources to power through those really demanding challenges, like complex problem solving, maybe a tough math problem, or processing complex emotions. Your mind desperately needs that conserved metabolic energy for the heavy cognitive lifting. Think about it. If you had to consciously think about every single mechanical movement of brushing your teeth, you just wouldn't have the mental fuel left over to properly regulate your emotions or tackle difficult tasks at work. Section 4. Purpose of routine. Evolutionary design. Ultimately, our evolutionary design prioritizes efficiency through 3 distinct steps. First, it automates repetitive tasks, which systematically reduces the number of active decisions you have to make throughout your day. And finally, it frees up that vital energy for complex challenges. This is the absolutely profound impact that unconscious habits have on our daily lives. They aren't just boring routines, right? They are the fundamental support system that allows our higher-level cognitive functionality to exist at all. So we've seen that your brain is a true master of evolutionary design. It's tirelessly working in the background to shift nearly 40% of your life onto autopilot, all just to save vital energy. So, what does this all mean for you? Specifically, what are you doing with that saved energy? How are you utilizing the cognitive resources your autopilot has fought so hard to protect? I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it sparked some deep curiosity about the incredible, hidden machinery inside your own mind.